Section 8.4, writing one quantity as a percentage of another, essentially means divide two numbers and convert it into a percentage. So there's all sorts of tricks you can apply to try and do these without a calculator. You simply have to employ certain tricks because you're not allowed to use your machine. So here we go. 18 pounds as a percentage of 300. Well, that's question 1A grade D. So I've got 18 pounds and I've got 300 as a percentage. Essentially, right, it's 18 divided by 300 and times 100. One way of doing it, isn't it? So I can quite happily chop off two zeros like so. 18 over 3, I have now got 6%, and that's very, very easy. Let's jump to E. It says 72p as a fraction of £1.80. Well, for a start, I don't like £1.80. I prefer 180p, and that means I can work with that. So let's have a look. Let's just try and doing it this way. I've got 72 over 180, then multiplied by 100. I can straight away lose those zeros. I can say, oh, I don't know, halve this down, I suppose. Turn 2's into 10 twice. Oh dear. Half of 10 is 2, half of 18 is 9, so I've trimmed that down a little bit. Yeah, 9's going to 72 ever so nicely. Let me just rewrite the sum. It's getting really messy, isn't it? So I've got 9 over 72 times 2 at the moment. Let's just trim it down a little bit. So 9 goes into itself once, 9 goes into 72 8 times, 8 2's 16%. Sorry about the mess up here, sort of thinking out loud there. Back to black. Again, all sorts of techniques you employ. Let me try 40 meters as a percentage of 200 meters. That's a little bit boringly easy. Anyway, I've got 40 meters as a percentage of 200 meters. Here we go. 40 over 200. Here's another technique. Just divide it by 2. Here we go. So my brain said, I saw that very quickly. Divide both top and bottom by 2. And there you go, 20%. So 40 is 20% of 200. They've got something to do with birthdays, so I'm going to avoid that. Let me do number 3. It looks more complicated. The charity has raised £1,280. Well done them. And the target is £4,000. Guess what? They've missed it. What percentage of the target do they still need to raise? Well, they need to raise an extra. So look, 2,700. Let's write it down. £2,720, because that plus that makes 4,000, doesn't it? If I add those two bits up, so let's just check it. Yeah, that will come to 4,000. I need to convert that into a percentage. It says, reading again, what percentage of the target do they still need to raise? They still need to raise 2,720 divided by 4,000. That's the fraction they need to raise of the 4,000 times 100. Get it as a percentage. So doing, 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 doing. You've gone. Let's go for a bit of blue. I can also lose that 0 with that 0. Essentially, I can divide 272 by 4. Well, if I halve it down, I've got there. Well, it's just a short division sum. Why not? It's easy enough, isn't it? So 272. 4's into 2 do not. 4's into 27. 4 9's. No, it's no good, is it? 4 into 27 goes 8. No, it does not. It goes 7 times. That's no good. It goes 6 times. Yeah, 6 4's are 24. Gives us 3 left over. So 4's into 32 is bang on 8. Therefore, what have we got? We have got 68% yet to be raised. Alright, sorry about that little mess. It's a little bit small and squiggly. That's meant to say 3, and hence to make 32 from that. Should I do it bigger? I can't bother. Just let's listen to what I taught. That's that one done. Youth clubs, boys and girls. Let's do number 5, I suppose. There are 33 girls, so 33 girls, and we've got 27 boys. And they're in a youth club. What percentage of youth club members are girls? Well, let's get the total so far. If I do that plus that equals 50, 60, or 60 people in the youth club. And of course, they're young people. So it's a youth club. That's why they're called youth. What percentage of girls? Well, it's going to be 33 out of the 60. So here we go. These are the girls. 33 over 60. Got to multiply that by 100, I suppose. Let's lose that. Right, 6 doesn't go into 33, but I can halve down the 10 and the 6 by doing this. So halve down the 10, go down to 5, halve down the 6 and go 3. Oh look, now it's easy, because 3 goes into 33 11 times. So therefore I've got 11 times 5, and that's going to give me 55% being girls. Is that alright? Then it says, what percentage of youth club members are boys? Well, I'm not going to waste time doing that again. I'm going to say, therefore, the remaining 45% are boys. Okay, just to be smart about the way we use our brains. That'll do. Show how you can check your answer to part A. Alright then. I've got to do it the long way, I suppose. Then if I get 45 for the boys, 45 plus 55 should make 100% of all the kids. Let's do it the long way then. Right, so these are the boys then. We've got 27 out of 60. What can go into that? I reckon 3's can go in there. Just trim it down a little bit. 3 goes in there 9 times. 3 goes in there 20 times. How do you convert that into a percentage? Well, just multiply by 100. Look. Or you can just do this. Times the top and bottom by 5. Loads of ways of doing it. Loads of strategies. 4 5s. 9 times 5 is 45, and hey presto, we've got 45%. It works whichever way you do it. Alright, 45% boys, 45% boys, it's the same. Don't do any more of that. Any grade C ones coming up? Let's try number 8. Ain't got a clue what this is about, but we'll go for it anyway. Let's draw a nice little line like that. Right, what we got? Driving lessons cost £25 each. This must be the going rate nowadays. With a discount of 20%. Okay, 20% discount. Oh, missed out the C there. Discount. If you buy 10 lessons. So far, Chris has saved £140. What percentage of the total cost of 10 lessons has Chris saved? Now, let's have a look. So, 10 lessons would normally cost, let's just write it out. They cost £25 times 10, so therefore he actually needs £250 for 10 lessons. Now he's going to get 20% off, says so. So here we go, 20% of the 250. We can just trim this down a little bit. Look, 0 there and a 0 there, that's gone. And of course 0 there and 0 there. I'm left with 2 times 25, £50 off. Therefore, we got £250. Take away the 50. That leaves us with £200 that he's got to spend on his 10 lessons. All right, and that's with the 25, with the 20% off. Now he has saved £140, and the punchline is, what percentage of the total cost of the 10 lessons has Chris saved? He has saved £140 out of the £200 that he needs. Well, this is nice and easy. But if we now go and convert it into a percentage, which is multiplied by 100, these zeros disappear nicely, and we're left with 140 divided by 2. 70% has been saved. Well done him. Right, let's try number 9 because it looks really cheeky, and let's turn over the page and see what we can do with that. Number 9. David's maths teacher says he got 70% in his maths something or other. Maths test. So there's 70%. His English teacher says he got 80 out of 120 in his English test. So that's maths, and that's English. Just setting up the story there. In which test did David do better, and explain your answer? Well, maths is 70%. If we can convert this English thing into a percentage, then we're laughing. So you go away and you go away. Does 12 go into 80? I'm not sure. Not exactly, does it? Let's just play around with the figures. Let's start halving things down. So I want to call that, I can't see that, it's working blue. I want to call that 40, because I'm going to call that 6. I'm going to put 6 into 10. I just fancy doing that. Let me just rewrite the sum though. I've got 40 out of 6 times 10. Again, our target is to aim for some sort of percentage. I can put it with a 10 really, so I can go 3 and 5. I can do that. 3 doesn't go into 40 and doesn't go into 5, so let's just do a short division sum. I've got basically 200 divided by 3. Again, short division comes to the rescue. 3's into 20 do not. Sorry, 3's into 2's don't. 3's into 20 they do. It goes 6 times with 2 left over. 3's into 20 go 6 times again with 2 left over, etc. So we've got 66.6 recurring percent. There'll always be 2 left over, hence the recurring. So punchline, in which test did David do better? We've got maths 70%, English, what have we got? We've got 66.6 recurring percent, therefore better in maths. Well, it would be, wouldn't it? This is a maths book, so that's that. And now I'm going to leave that alone for a little while and pause for reflection.